Testing, testing, one, two, three. What's going on, everyone? Happy Sunday. Let me know if you can hear me. We are in a not different space, same space, just different location. Just saying. What's going on, everyone? Happy Sunday. I see everyone already in the chat. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. Be sure to share the video. I'm so used to having my little countdown, but I didn't do my countdown today. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. Shout out to everyone that's already in the chat. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Shout out to our moderators. Don't forget to say hello to our moderators. What's going on? Sounds good? Thank you, O Street. Thank you. All right, we are also live on Facebook, guys, Twitch, and Twitter. We're not live on TikTok this morning, only because different setup, so it's easier for me just to do this. Also, yes, guys, let me know where you are watching from. Hold on, I don't even have my little thing open. Hold on, let me open up my stuff here, y'all. I forgot. You know, I'm on a different computer, so I'm like, oh, wait, I have things. I'm reading from other spots. What's going on, everyone? Hey, what's going on? Hey, Claire. Hey, Miss Jennifer. Just got back from Jamaica. Really? Here's a mango. Thank you, Christina. What's going on? Happy Sunday, y'all. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. New Jersey's in the building. Hey, Ebony. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Brycey. What's going on? Okay, let's talk about it. You going to the VMAs? No. When is the VMAs? Is that tomorrow? Is that today? Let me know. If not, I would like to watch tonight. I'm watching from New York. Guys, this is our weekly recap of Belle Collective. As you know, every Sunday we have a live recap, and in a couple of weeks we will be returning to doing Love. I was about to say Love Match. No, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Damn. Look, damn. Tabby says it must be all the water. You know, I got my coldest water bottle near me at all times. Always. No, this is not my usual setup, but if you've been following for a long time, you know where I am. You already know where I am. I'm still in the same situation, just a different room. You know, cleaning up, organizing. Did you guys know it was a new moon last night in Virgo? So they were telling people, organize, get organized, clean out that closet, clean up your place, get organized. So that's what I've been doing, getting organized, cleaning up, manifesting. We found out this morning that we are celebrating 55 million views here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel alone. And that has been done, even though we've had the YouTube channel for a few years. We really started creating content during the pandemic, and less than 2 years, we've achieved 55 million views. So thank you to all of you. Okay, is it tonight? Is it tonight? Oh, Miss Jennifer says they need to cancel Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh my gosh. My hubby and I will be in Huntsville this weekend. Uh-oh. Okay. Did someone tell me, is it tonight? Ooh, banana bread. Yum, 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 yum. Love and migraine. You know what? What's going on, Nairobi, Kenya? Love it, love it, love it. Delaware, what's going on? Love it, love it, love it. All right. Where do we go? Where do we begin? Where do we begin with Belle Collective? So I've said this to you multiple times. I think so far this season, it's a good season. This episode, though, for me, wasn't really good. And it might be because it was all about Tambra. You know, if I was in the studio, what I would be playing right now. Womp, womp, womp. Wait, what do I have in there? No. That's so not the sound for Tambra. So this episode, we had way too many scenes with Tambra. Way too many scenes. I wish we had more scenes with Lateisha. And I know a lot of you don't necessarily like Lateisha. However, I think she's good reality TV. I don't know about Tambra, though, and this fraudulent storyline. Oh, the VMAs are tonight. Thank you so much, famous nobody. Not famous nobody. But we're gonna make the most of it. We're going to make the most of it, and we're going to. Not Tambourine needs to go. I need to focus. I need to focus. The poor child. That poor child was triggered by Tambra's voice. That poor child. All right, let's start from the top. This episode is called Fresh Starts and Lady Parts. That alone made me go, okay, can we just talk? Look, this is our recap, so we can say the things that we want to say. That scene with Marie and Leticia at the spa, no shade to that spa. Maybe I'm just used to a different type of spa. That looked like a closet. It looked like a closet. And then when she said the bedpans, I was like, look, we've watched enough reality TV. We've seen the rejuvenation of coochie stuff. And we just saw this on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But the whole focus on the whole coochie steaming situation. Oh my God, this is Sunday. Why are we talking? I should have did this recap yesterday. Because we're talking about coochie on a Sunday. I mean, good for her. But them, first of all, do you talk like this with your friends about, oh my God, I feel like it's a Kempire After Dark? About having some sort of orgasm right there with your friend? And then when they ask the girl, has anyone ever had an orgasm while doing this? And the girl's like, no. She's like, well, I might be the first. The girl was like, oh, really? That whole scene was so awkward, especially with Marie. That whole situation. Let me just look at my notes. So, of course, these two ladies are friends, and they both are going through relationship issues. And part of those relationship issues, as you know, with Leticia is her and that Glenn situation that we're tired of. And now she's like, even though I'm the most uncomfortable, it's the best place I could be in regards to, living with my mom. And she's like, fool me once, fool me 17 times. When she said fool me 17 times, I was like, oh, it's going to be an 18th time. She's going to drag out this storyline with Glenn for as long as she can. And I'm not here for it. I am tired already. I don't want to see Glenn and his anger management. We see a preview for next week's episode, and he's like, he wants to get crunk with Leticia? Look. I didn't like that at all. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of Belle Collective. We always have a Sunday afternoon live. Normally, we're recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville. That will return in a couple of weeks. And we will do a mashup of Love and Marriage Huntsville and Belle Collective. And yes, I've seen the mess that's been going on social media when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Don't be fooled. This is a plot that Carlos King set up for the bull. Okay? It's to help promote the show. And if it isn't to help to promote the show, what are these two grown folks doing on social media inviting bloggers for a tell-all? I did not submit because I don't care enough about Love and Marriage Huntsville to go to Huntsville to hear Melody talk like this for the entire... No. I don't care. You guys have 4 young children. Worry about that and get off of social media. Y'all are both near 40, if not 40. Get off of social media with y'all personal. There were so many Instagram stories. I was so over it. If you're in our Discord, I was like, don't be fooled by this, guys. They're using this to promote their tired show. I said it. All right, back to this. Speaking of tired, Tambra, no. Speaking of tired, Marie Monroe, that wig is tired this season. And I never talk about people's hair, but that's not even her hair. It's a wig. And I'm just tired of it. Are we going to get this same wig all season? Okay, it's not the same wig, but this same color marcation? Wait. Let me see what you're saying. Jennifer says, Kempire, just go so that we can correct the questions asked. Nope. I'm not doing it. Nope. If I'm going to Alabama, I'm going to go see, in my opinion, to get some food. That's what, if I'm going to Alabama. I'm not going to go see no damn Martell and you know what it is? We've gotten so many stories in the last few weeks in regards to Martell and his thirsty ways, him plotting and planning, trying to get attention. So I just don't want to even to feed into that. I hate the fact that we're even talking about that. Anyways, back to Belle Collective, another Carlos King production. All right, so they're at this spa. They're getting their coochies rejuvenated and steamed, and they're talking about their own relationship issues. Of course, Marie has the Cedric. Something about Cedric, y'all. What is it about Cedric? What is it about Cedric? I don't know what it... Look, Marie has said he is cheated. He's a serial cheater. She can't with him. But all of a sudden, now this season, she wants to make it seem like Cedric is the second coming of Christ. I apologize. I'm just saying that this is Marie. Marie is trying to make it seem like Cedric is, he tried to, he's trying, I've been celibate, but, he's come around and, like, how do you even get something about Cedric is just, I don't know how some of these ladies, y'all will just take anything. You know what I wish for Marie? Some self-esteem. Because she is such a powerhouse. You know what I mean? Like, she's successful in business. She's a good-looking woman, except for those wigs. You could do better, Marie. But at the end of the day, it really depends on your own self-esteem. You could tell someone till you're blue in the face, oh, you're fantastic, you're wonderful, you deserve better. But if they don't believe it, it's nothing. But Marie is that girl. She's a successful entrepreneur. Just saying. But Marie's falling into the performative behavior. Oh, and all of a sudden Cedric's back, trying to get back into her life. Cedric is trying to do all the things. Let me see what Facebook is saying. Mel, hey Mel on Facebook. Mel says, Belle Collective, they're men. I can't. Daddy, Zaddy. I forgot about Zaddy. Glenn, Greedy. What's his name? What's going on, Facebook? We see you guys watching there as well. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to let us know where you're watching from as well. I'm sorry, I have my screen closed. I have way too many things on this laptop open, so I apologize if I don't see your comments in time. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just our channel, but other channels that recap similar shows, similar network shows. So be sure to like the video. Thank you in advance. And shout out to everyone that's here. We appreciate you taking some time out of your Sunday to be here for our Belle Collective recap. All right. So we had that cringy scene. And of course, these two women, of course, they're friends because they both have terrible relationships that they're willing to go back to. And I was like, they're just commiserating with each other. I'm just like, ugh, look. Anyways, Tambra. This is when I need to be in the studio. Tambra. So we've already talked about Tambra's storyline. We did not miss Tambra last week. Anyone miss Tambra? Anybody miss Tambra? Nope. Look, nope. I didn't miss Tambra at all. I didn't miss Tambra at all. Not one bit. So Tambra goes to see her parents. Damon joins her for this. Of course, we're having another conversation about her relationship, about her having babies. But of course, the parents... you know who I felt for? I felt for the parents because I don't believe the parents are in on this scam of a relationship and storyline. I feel like the parents really think that she's going to get married. And those poor parents are sitting there. So you know what you got to do, right? And he was like, yeah, yep. They're not going to get married, and they're not going to have a baby. I don't even think Tambra wants to have a baby. I think Tambra's more concerned about her career, which nothing is wrong with that, but she's using this show for her next elevation in her career. But I don't think it's going to work, Tambra. Just, look. And I hate it because, I want to like Tambra, but this season, Tambra, I couldn't. Even Tambra's hug with Demond, it was awkward. But we're body language experts, and we've been looking at their body language for a while now. And I have to say that even when she hugs him, it's weird. It's weird. It's awkward. Let me see. Chris says Tambra is Leticia of Belle Collective from Love and Maritime. I don't even think that's it. Because I believe that Tisha is married to Marcel. I believe that's a relationship. I don't believe that this is even a relationship. And I feel so bad for her parents. Her parents just sitting there her parents are probably really excited about having a baby. And she's sitting there lying to them. Ain't no baby coming. Hey, Debbie. Thank you so much for the super chat. Debbie says, I fell asleep and missed the bells of Collective. Wait, did you fall asleep, meaning that you fell asleep during the episode or after? Or while you were watching it? Or before? I don't know. I can't even think. I'm so confused by Tambra and her story. So basically, Demond promises the family, we're going to do this right. We're going to do this right. We're going to, they're going to get married? I don't think they're going to get married. I don't think they're going to have babies. I don't believe that this is a real relationship. And I'm going to say that every single week. Why do people do these things to be on television? High Vibes says, I agree, Kempire. Not sure why Tambra feels the need to use marriage and a child as a storyline. Maybe it's a Southern thing. Or maybe it was a producer thing. These producers all are very much like, oh, here's what your storyline, I think your storyline should be if you want to stay on the show. I wouldn't be surprised if a producer told her, lean into the storyline. This could be your storyline. Reality TV has become so fake. I can't. I can't. Let me take this thing off, y'all. Hold on. I just want to unplug that. There we go. Shout out to everyone that's in the room. We appreciate you all being here. We have almost 400 people watching on multiple platforms. Tambra disliked the video. Sorry, Tambra, but thank you for watching. Look, thank you for watching. So that scene with her family, But she also reveals that her grandmother passed away while she was recovering from her fibroid surgery. I believe that's real because her grandmother really did die. You know what I mean? But boring. This was probably my least favorite episode. And again, the common denominator here was Tambra. We needed more Akeisha. Okay, so Marie and Essie meet up. Okay, so these rumors about Marie and Essie, I thought they put those suckers to bed. Look, those suckers to bed. But the more I watch them on this show, the more I'm just looking at them like... And I like Essie. You know, last week we spoke about, the Southern shade is a whole other new level of shade. But I don't know about Essie and Marie. Maybe they need to find each other. Maybe they don't realize it, but maybe they need to. Esther says that Tambra is the new Robin. At least with Robin, though, we had a few seasons with Robin being interesting. At least with that, we had a few seasons of Robin who was actually interesting. And she has a real friendship with the ladies on this show. So that's where... I'm fair. I give people credit when credit is due. I prefer Robin. Honestly. Unique, thank you for becoming a member. Guys, if you'd like to become a member of the channel, you don't have to. But thank you for supporting us. Get me out of the bedroom. Head on over to TheKempire.com/join. So thank you to everyone that becomes a member. Thank you to everyone that helps us keep the lights on in the studio. The lights are off currently in the studio, but it's okay. All right. Let's see. Daniel says Tambra came out the gate being boring. Damn. People are saying that they miss RHOP. I hear we're supposed to get a trailer very soon for RHOP, so stay tuned for that. You know we will go live and talk about that. Real Housewives of Potomac as well. Tabby says, and now Kempire. I don't remember Robin being interesting. No, Robin had some interesting years. Go back and see after a while, when you haven't watched this show for a very long time, you forget. Especially when you had multiple seasons of someone not bringing it, like Robin. However, she did have some really good seasons in the early years. Just saying. Back to Essie and Marie. So they have a meeting. They have a meeting about but these are boss ladies. They are business partners. They're best friends. They're sisters. Love it, love it, love it. And they're talking about these methadone clinics that they're going to be opening up. And of course, Marie brings up Cedric. Oh yeah, Cedric. You know, he knows that we were looking for some clinics and da-da-da-da. And Essie's like, why is Cedric back in the picture? But here's where I agree with Essie, because Essie's not fooled by this whole new narrative of Cedric. Cedric will always be whatever Cedric is. Just saying. Someone said they could have kept the dentist. I missed the dentist. Ooh, I almost banned somebody. Sorry, y'all. I accidentally clicked something. I didn't ban you, though. Sorry. Shout out to my mods. I didn't ban anyone. I just accidentally almost clicked something. Let me take a sip from my coldest water bottle. Guys, if you haven't already, get your coldest water bottle. You don't just have water bottles on their website. They have coolers. They have ice packs. They have things for your pets. Head on over to coldest.com and use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off of your order. And happy Sunday. I know some of you are just getting in from church. Some of you are just waking up. Thank you for being here for our Belle Collective recap. I don't know how I felt about the dentist. I wouldn't have minded the dentist coming back. I feel like the dentist and Latrice had a real friendship. And I kind of missed that for Latrice, because right now I don't feel like Latrice has anyone on the show that's like really her friend. Not even Soguchi. I don't believe that. I don't believe that Soguchi is her real friend. We'll get to Soguchi in a second. So we had that scene with Essie and Marie, but Essie also admits to Marie, I met with someone behind your back. It says, you know, last week Essie met with Latrice. But Essie says to Marie, well, she did take some ownership of what went down. And I had to go back and I said, did she take any ownership? Latrice didn't take any ownership. I think, again, the producer said it's time for us to move forward with this battle. Even though there might not be a real beef between the ladies. There might have been beef, but I feel as if they both had gotten over it. Carolyn Bird, thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. She says, I'm late. Are you on vacation? I hope you are. No, I'm not. I am not on vacation. Mia says, what is Soguchi's purpose? I think she's going to be a pot stirrer. She's a confessional gangsta. I think that's what it is. I think they wanted to add more people to the group. I think Soguchi later will probably add. She's probably one of those people that's just going to be shady and getting the things going. You know what I mean? Like an activator. She's like a Marlo. Remember who produces this show? Carlos King. He's like, you know what? We need a Marlo. And Soguchi is their Marlo, I feel as if. She's not as entertaining as Marlo. Well, at least what Marlo used to be. But we shall see. I don't know what this name Soguchi, though. Not Danielle saying we all need a vacation. Danielle, weren't you just in Mexico? How about you need a vacation? You can stay right where you are. Okay, back to this. All right. So moving on from Marie and the Essie scene, just because I felt like it was a nothing scene. This is Marie talking about her relationship, you know, her sparkle, her whatever, her rebirth. Because even that conversation, them talking about the rebirth, well, you know what, then you know what, you're in such a good place. I think you should do a rebirth party and da-da-da. These are such pre-produced moments that I just was like, why all of a sudden she was laid up in the couch, her life was falling apart, but this week she's ready to for her rebirth. It just felt very forced. Very forced scene. Like all of a sudden now we're ready for a rebirth. Last week she was falling apart. Last week she was falling apart. So I just was sort of like, we're gonna do a rebirth party? Okay. And we're gonna invite Latrice. Okay. This so far this season, this is my least favorite episode. Okay. Okay. Moving on from the scene with Marie and Essie. Tambra goes to Akeisha's house and scares that poor baby. That poor baby started crying, and then when Akeisha mimicked Tambra's laugh in her confessional, I almost fell out. Anyone else? I almost fell out. I was like, what in the... But that poor baby was crying. I didn't realize that Akeisha had such young kids. Anyone else? I thought maybe her kids were a little bit older. No, she's got babies. She's got babies. I was like, what is going on? How do you have time for any of these things and these people? Well, in this scene, Akeisha mentions how she invited all the ladies to her child's birthday party and no one arrived. She understood why Tambra might not arrive because Tambra doesn't have any kids and it might feel awkward, but she invited all the other ladies. But you also know, like, these ladies aren't her real friends. However, it seemed as if they made it seem like they were going to come and they didn't come. I think they're trying to ice Akeisha out. Because obviously Leticia doesn't like Akeisha, and Leticia and Marie are good friends, so they all decided they're not going to come. Latrice had a previous engagement, and so did So Gucci. Philly Jones says I cry when I hear Tambra's voice too. I think Tambra is trying very hard this season, though. Have you guys noticed? I think she's trying this season to pull her voice back a little bit. Anyone else notice that? It's not the same. It's giving Erica Girardi. Just saying. Because Sandra says, yeah, I thought Akeisha's kids were a bit older. They're so young. They're babies. She's got babies. But I still like Akeisha for this show. And I get it. Some of you don't like her, but that's another reason why to keep her on the show. Because she's getting the girls together. And apparently calling them ugly behind their backs to Tambra. I don't think there's anyone ugly on this show. Anyone ugly on this show? I just thought of it. I'm not going to say it. It might be the person Akeisha's telling, oh, this group of girls are ugly. Tambra? I mean, she's not ugly, but I mean... Okay. No, anyway, let me move on. Yeah, and y'all keep calling Akeisha Ikea is hilarious to me. All right? Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. We have almost 400 people in the building, but we're not at 200 likes. Let's get to 200 likes. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting the channel. We appreciate it. Shout out to my mod. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. We appreciate that. All right. So Tambra goes over Akeisha and they're talking about, the ladies not arriving at the birthday party, not coming. And she was like offended by that. I don't blame her. But I can also see what they're doing. They don't feel like it's a real friendship. Why would they go to your child's birthday party? All right. But Akeisha brings up what Leticia was trying to get out of her in regards to her relationship with Damond. And she was like, well, she made it seem like he may have something else going on. And immediately, and this is why we're body language experts, because I honestly feel as if Tambra, you need to work on if you're going to lie. If you're going to lie on this show, you need to work on lying better. Because Tambra is like, oh, that's impossible. That's impossible. Is it really impossible? Is it really impossible? Just asking. So I really feel like, luckily for Tambra, her real friendship with Aikisha might save her position on the show, because at least we had that moment with Aikisha. Because we didn't have that moment with Aikisha, this episode would have been lackluster. Aikisha understood the assignment. Aikisha was like, "Oh, I'm gonna stir the pot. Leticia said this to me." I appreciate it. Fast forward to Marie Monroe's birthday. Is Marie Monroe her real name, or is she just calling herself Monroe because she blonde now? Can y'all confirm for me? Andy says Demond is slinging that meat child. Yeah, because he's really single in real life. He's not with Tambra. Just saying. Vanessa says Tambourine and Sheree are both bone collectors without their own men or storylines. Common Sense says Leticia should have told Tambra before telling Aikisha. Yeah, well, Leticia is a pot stirrer this season. She's a pot stirrer this season. And she's a producer this season. Is that her real name? Wait, did y'all get back to me? Oh, Daniel says no, she wants to be Monroe. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's giving very womp womp womp. I'm sorry, Marie. Like, I want to root for you, but it's giving very womp womp womp. Just saying. All right. Someone says Marie needs to burn those wigs. I don't know why someone didn't tell her. Someone should have told her, like her best friend Essie. But maybe Essie likes those wigs. Just saying. All right. So Marie Monroe has a rebirthday party. So Gucci comes in and she shakes the hell out of the party. I didn't see anything wrong with the black and gold balloons. What was wrong with the black and gold balloons? I think she just wanted something to say. I think so Gucci just wanted something to say. She wanted to shade the party. And of course they were like, oh, we're going to keep this. Your name is so Gucci. Girl. You of all people cannot be judging people on class. Last week you said modern instead of modern. You can't shade nobody. This girl, sit down. Yeah, she said modern last week. You can't say nothing to anybody.
Damn!
Okay. All right. So this rebirthday party, another very womp womp scene. A very womp womp scene, because I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's a party, it's a get together, what's going to happen? And I was bored. Latrice came, as you know. Latrice, it was such a weird scene because you guys haven't even had your own conversation, but Latrice comes in and you're like, hey, oh my God, you look so good. Y'all haven't even had your own conversation. The last time that you and Marie and Latrice had a conversation, y'all were ready to get crunk in the men's room. Just because Essie had a conversation, now you're able to move on. That was so weird. And maybe producers cut out the scene where they had their own conversation. Maybe. But the way they made it seem, it didn't seem that way. It didn't seem like they had their own conversation. It seemed like, hey, too pre-produced. And someone said acting like they were line sisters. You know what? I can't with y'all sometimes. Oh, sorry. I gotta stop clicking on these buttons here. Hold on, y'all. Claire says Marie and Latrice were being so fake at that party. I don't know what it was, but it just read fake. It was just like, y'all don't even know each other like that. Y'all were just beefing. Y'all were ready to fight. Elsa says black and gold balloons are archaic and matronly. Well, I guess. Look. Mr. Jennifer says the scene was so fake. Yeah. Exactly. And maybe, but that's not the way they made it seem, because they made it seem in that scene like they hadn't seen each other. And even when Essie brought that information to Marie, she seemed like, oh, I'm ready to move on. I feel like the producers were like, "Oh, it's time to move on. We're moving on from this story." And Essie's definitely giving Marie those heated pots she was sitting on for her to change her tone like that. You know what? Y'all are a mess. Y'all are a mess. Okay? All right. So, what else happens at this birthday party? Okay. Oh, Marie's mom tells her how much she's proud of her. As you know, Marie's mom is dealing with addiction, literally is in the midst of addiction. So Marie's starting these methadone clinics and things like that. Her mom's like, she's so proud of her. Like, we really need it. She's like, I need it. I need you to help me. I don't know. I feel like, and I mean, I don't wish this on Marie's mom, but I just feel like Marie's mom is in this in on the same path as Keisha Cole's mom, and I mean, I hope she gets better, but she's relapsed so many times. It's just so sad to me to watch. She literally relapsed while she was living with Marie, and I said to Marie, "You have lupus. You're dealing with all this stuff. The last thing you need is to be trying to take care of your mom. Like, her mom needs to be in rehab right now on the show." It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. All right. So the other thing that happens in this episode, guys, if you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of Belle Collective. We're talking about the latest episode that came out on Friday evening, but we usually do our recaps on Sundays. And we will be adding Love and Marriage Huntsville back September 11th. That's when we will be recapping it. But the new episode, will be premiering on September 10th. You're welcome, Carlos. Hey. So, so after her mom says that, we also have let me just save this. Hold on, y'all. Let me just save that. There we go. We also have Cedric show up, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, what's Cedric doing here?" Marie gives this big old speech giving credit to Cedric, and I forgot who said it. I don't know if it was So Gucci or Latrice, or maybe it was Essie, where she was like, "Now he's Jesus." Because the way that she was hyping him up, it's like, girl, this man has cheated on you for countless years. God only knows what else he's done to you. I mean, at the end of the day, you like it. We don't have to love it, but good for you. Good for you. Everything about his face screams scammer to me. And then when he sang happy birthday to her, I was just like, Latoya says Cedric, aka Marvin Gaye, not Ceddy Jackson. I know they said this all during the episode. And I'm thinking to myself, it was awkward. It was weird. I could have done without this whole scene. It just reminds me that Marie, although I do like her for the show, I don't need scenes solely around Marie. You know what I'm saying? Let me say thank you. We got a couple of super chats backstage. Hold on. Thank you, Danielle, for the super chat. Hold on, wait. I got to catch this thing. Danielle says that I'm just learning how meth is taking over the black community. So sad. Wow. I didn't realize that. Oof. Thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Mocha, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Mocha says, if Tambra showed more interesting things like her fashion show Rip the Runway, her storyline would be more appealing. She has a fashion show called Rip the Runway? Maybe she does want to show it, but they don't want to show it? I don't know. That's interesting. Judy's asking the question, did Marie buy him that watch? I believe she did say that she did buy him the watch. Did she buy him the watch? Oh, see? OMG, I said the same thing. Cedric the Crook. Scammer vibes. And I don't even think it's just him scamming Marie. Something about him just ain't... Something just is not right with Cedric the Entertainer. Literally, Cedric the Entertainer. All right. So not only do we have that scene, we also have Leticia and Tambra have their own conversation after Cedric ends up leaving. Bye, Cedric. We have a separate scene with Leticia and Tambra talking about the Taisha rumors. And again, Tambra is like, oh, I've been on the phone with Taisha and Damon before, and I've looked through his text messages and things like that. So I don't see anything wrong with their conversation. There is no emotional connection. But even in Letitia's confessional, she's like, this girl's delusional. No, she's playing delusional for the show. She's playing delusional for the show. But Tambra, this is not. I don't know if Tambra has any interest in actually having any sort of relationship in the future, but this is not going to help your relationship. This is not going to help your relationships in the future because people are going to look at you like, this girl's less than smart. But I think she's more concerned about her career. I think she's trying to level up her career. This is not the way. This is not the way, and she wouldn't be the first person to do that on reality TV. But Letitia, like all of us, does not believe in what Tambra's trying to sell us. Oh, there is no emotional connection with Taisha. Rebel says Taisha works with Deion Sanders. Why would she agree to have her name float up in the show? Baffles me. Really? Because she's like a decorator or something like that, right? I don't know. Well, again, we say this all the time about people that do reality TV. These mega rich people that are very well to do. The fascination of getting your name out there, getting more business from being on reality TV. Some people will sell their souls just to do it. Not me. Look. Mm-mm. Andy says that Letitia is also good friends with Oprah. Good friends? Look, good friends? I don't know. Maybe that's why she has this position on the show because she has nothing else. Tracy says, I think Damon slept with Taisha years ago. So you don't think it's a current relationship? I mean, even if we didn't have the element of Taisha a part of this story, I wouldn't believe the story regardless. Even if we didn't have the cheating situation. Let me see what people are saying on Facebook. Hold on, y'all. All right, no one's saying anything right now, but y'all watching. I see you, Facebook. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for liking the video. All right, back to this. Wait. Mia says they didn't pay anybody to hang those balloons. Come on, are we still on the balloons? Really? Anyway, so the conversation between Tambra and Letitia, for me, was just the best part of the rebirthday party. But at the same time, I'm just like, girl, really? Are we just dealing with this ridiculous storyline? Yes, we are. Because the last scene before this episode ends is Tambra going to her grandmother's home. And I really believe she's emotional, but it's giving too much fakeness for me. Even her, when she hugged up with Damon, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel authentic. Anyone else? Look, anyone else? I felt very, very just like, they are so awkward together. So she's reflecting on her grandmother, not being able to see her grandmother before she left. Damon's reflecting on how the grandmother used to call him at midnight because he had to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And she said, well, I'm glad it's my grandmother calling you at midnight because I wouldn't be okay with anyone else calling you at midnight. Like Taisha comes up as they're leaving the grandmother's home. And she questions him about Taisha, and he just looks. And then when the producer asks him about it in the confessional, he's like, oh, you find it funny? Because the producer is laughing about it. So he's like, you find it funny? Excuse me, sir? He's like, next question. If it was a no, like there's no relationship, wouldn't you just say no? Or maybe this is the storyline. You're like, you're not going to say no. You're going to be shady about your response. Because if it was a no, it was very weird. It was a very weird situation. Anger management. I was scared for Tambra. I was scared for Tambra because I was like, who's Taisha to you? Do you have an emotional connection to Taisha? It's a simple yes or no answer. Cassandra says, in agreement, Tambra and Damon's relationship doesn't feel genuine. Their hugs seem so uncomfortable and weird. Okay, I'm not. Go back. If you don't notice what we're talking about, go back and watch this episode of Belle Collective and look at every time that they embrace. Even when Damon comes into the home, to her parents' home, and they hug, it's weird. Even when they kiss, it's like, it's weird. Chris says, that's suspicious. That's weird. Cardi B voice. Unique says, yes, it's super forced and it annoys me the way Tambra says Damon's name. I don't know. Y'all will never get over Tambra's voice. But Tambra is the voice of Mississippi, okay? She is on your radio stations down there. Simone says, he didn't scare me. He just seemed irritated. Okay, well, maybe you're a little bit braver than I. He scared me. I was like, what the? Because it was such a switch. We hadn't seen him this way for the time that we've seen him. We've never seen him act like that. Denise says that Damon has been with that woman. See how he was looking. Vanessa says, I agree. It's weird. Miss Beverly says, he may be legit mad about Taisha, but not because of Tambra. Oh, that's even coming up. Maybe his other real woman would be upset about the whole Taisha situation. They both seem like ancestors in the home didn't want them both there. What? Okay. Tracy says, Tambra and Damon give me really good friends that agreed to have kids together. I don't even think they're going to have kids together. At first, that's what I thought it was. Last season, that's what I thought it was. But this season, I feel as if, nope, Tambra's not interested in having children. Which is okay, Tambra. I was scared. Claire says, I think Tambra and Damon are barely friends. They don't even have friend chemistry. Right? I feel like she agreed. You can come on the show. I'll give you a little check. And you'll be my storyline. Exactly. Rubber says, how are you trying to have a baby but still using condoms? Make it make sense. They're not even having sex. Thank you so much, Ms. Mocha, for the super chat. Ms. Mocha says that, yes, she has a fashion show. It's called Rock the Runway, and it's hosted by Gary with the T. She has several videos of the show on YouTube. Okay, so why is she not focused on that? And how come we haven't seen that? I'm assuming that happens in Mississippi, right? Why is that not highlighted on the show? Maybe we will see it during the season. I mean, I've heard Rip the Runway before. Or not Rock the Runway. I've heard Rip the Runway. Is it called Rip the Runway or Rock the Runway? I mean, it's a fashion show. Good for her. But we don't need it on this show. All right. Guys, we won't be taking callers today. We'll get back to callers tomorrow when we recap Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine. Stay tuned for that. Also, just an update, we have closed the list for our back to school, fundraiser that we're doing, where teachers are going to, teachers have already sent in their Amazon links. Our team are going to review all of them. Not everyone will be selected. However, we will try and select as many people as we can, and we'll be posting up that information so all of our subscribers and viewers can help teachers around the country get the supplies that they need for their classroom. And once we're able to get through some of those lists, maybe we will add more. But we shall see what that will look like once we get that information out. My hope is by tomorrow to get all that information out to our subscribers so that we can help these teachers. I do want to say, in regards to the Belle Collective, the poll, you guys did rate it fairly well, though. over 60% of you rated this episode between 7 and 10, which I feel is generous because I would have rated it a 6. I didn't really love this episode. Okay? All right. Daniel says, what? I have notes. I've been sorry. No callers today. But we appreciate you guys. Save those thoughts for next week, maybe. All right? Thank you to everyone that submitted for our back to school fundraiser. Again, more details will be posted hopefully tomorrow or definitely this week. Thank you to everyone that submitted. I will get back to you guys in regards to that so that all of you can support that. All right. Oh, Daniel says if you Google Rock the Runway, nothing about Tambra comes up. Oh, damn. Where's my womp 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 music?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nora says the Belle Collective is entertaining. I mean, the first few episodes have been entertaining. This last episode for me was not entertaining at all. I did not like this episode at all. At all. April says I gave it a 6 too. Yeah, I feel like we're being generous by giving it a 6. I really do feel like we're being generous. Okay. We'll take some more of your comments, guys, before we go. Nora says, "Wow, Kemp, our friends needs a break." I hope shout out to our members. I hope you guys are enjoying some of the new emojis that we've added. So members, if you didn't notice, there are some new emojis. Be sure to check those out. If you would like to become a member of the channel, you don't have to, but thank you. Head on over to TheKempire.com/join. All right. And for all things Kempire, head on over to TheKempire.com/links and get our Black Label merch at houseofkempire.com. That's HAUS of Kempire.com. All right, let me see what you guys are saying before we go. Delicious, no, I am not on vacation. You guys will know when I'm on vacation because when I'm really on vacation, I will not be posting a video. I will not be going live. I am going to take a real vacation soon. Okay. Easter's taking advantage of all the emojis. Andy says, do you think Latrice will end up pregnant? I don't think so. I don't think she also wants to have any kids either. I think that's partially a storyline too, but I also think that's partially some of her trauma that she's dealing with from growing up. But I don't think that she will be getting pregnant. And yes, guys, don't forget a new episode of my podcast came out yesterday. It's a mix of hot topics, especially with everything that was going on with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And we have a special guest where we talk about Reiki. As you know, I've talked about Reiki before. Be sure to be sure to check that out if you haven't already. We have a special guest for this week's podcast. Miss Mocha, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss Mocha says, go to YouTube and type Rock the Runway, Jackson, Mississippi. I will do that after the fact, but okay, good for her. Thank you, Miss Mocha. Appreciate the super chat. Okay. Hold on. Wait. Okay. All right. And that will be it for today, guys. Again, we will get back to callers for our recap tomorrow for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Stay tuned for that. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat today. Shout out to our members, Team Kempire and Royal Court members. And don't forget to say thank you to our moderators. We couldn't do this a live show without our moderators. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Easter, thank you so much for the super chat. But no, when I say something, I mean it. All right? Thank you. Sometimes you don't let me check, y'all. When I tell you I'm not doing something, please don't try and change my mind. All right? Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Replay crew, we haven't forgotten about you. How would you rate Belle Collective? What did you think of Belle Collective this week? And what did you think about some of the things that we said during the recap in regards to what's going on with Love and Marriage Huntsville? What's going on with Tambra's storyline? Let us have that conversation below. Thank you all for being here. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And I will see you tonight for our Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine watch party on TikTok. All right? See you guys tonight, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and have a great rest of your day. All right? See you guys later. Bye.